Hey there, it's Pamela, your guide for the Xenessa project. On Tuesday, we discussed how algorithms predict our actions. Today, we're diving into what it costs to feel like we belong. You ready? Let's get to it.
Signal found. Reset begins now.
Okay, so last month, I decided to try this fitness app everyone's been talking about. You know the type: group challenges, leaderboards, all the hype to keep you motivated. So I joined this virtual workout club. And honestly, at first it felt great. People were cheering me on, sharing tips, posting photos. It was like I finally found my crew. And for the first time in ages, I felt motivated to work out again. But then I noticed something weird. When I had first joined the group, I had to share my location, my workout stats, and even my diet preferences. Within days, my feed started filling with ads for protein shakes and gym gear tailored to my exact routine. And that's when it hit me. I didn't just join a community. I paid for it with pieces of my life, my routine, my goals, even my breakfast choices. And that's the deal we're all making these days. Want to belong? Hand over your data. Want to be part of the group? Pay with your privacy. It's the hidden price of fitting in, and we're signing up for it every day. This isn't just about convenience or being watched. It's about what we give up to feel connected. I call it the belonging bargain. To join the party, you need an account. Maybe it's a social app for your book club, a platform for your side hustle, or a parenting group to swap school tips. Each one asks for a piece of you. Things like your location, your interests, and your contacts. In return, you get a sense of community, opportunity, and belonging. But here's the catch. Every time you click join, you feed a system that turns your life into a profile. That profile decides who you are, what you're worth, and whether you get to stay in that circle. It's why your favorite app knows exactly what posts will keep you scrolling. It's why a job platform might quietly skip you if your data paints you as too risky. And it's not just ads, it's access. Dynamic pricing might bump up your concert tickets based on your past purchases and what it thinks you can afford. A streaming platform might quietly lock you out of specific features if your data says you're not a valuable user. Belonging comes with a cost, and the currency is your data. The worst part, we don't even see the price tag. Tech writer Jerome Lanier nailed it. When you get something free, you're not the customer, you're the product. Let's see how deep that really goes.
A 2023 Pew Research Center survey found that 81% of Americans believe they have little to no control over the data companies collect about them. A 2022 study from Consumer Reports Digital Lab revealed that social and community apps often share user data with third-party brokers, who combine it with purchase histories, browsing habits, and public records to build detailed profiles. These apps collect up to 5 times more data from active users than from non-users, including location, social connections, and behavioral patterns. A 2021 University of Oxford study found that 87% of mobile apps contain third-party trackers, which often share data with multiple companies without the user's knowledge. Apple's App Tracking Transparency feature, launched that same year, blocked more than 1.5 trillion tracking attempts in its first 12 months, just to give you a sense of the scale. And the global data broker market? Statista valued it at over $300 billion in 2024. That's an industry built entirely on selling profiles, not products. The Norwegian Consumer Council also found that dating and fitness apps share sensitive user data, such as health metrics and relationship preferences, approximately 20% more often than other categories.
Okay, pause. These apps we use to connect and feel seen, they're selling our lives 5 times over. That's not just a transaction, it's a betrayal. Let's talk about what this actually does to people. This belonging bargain cuts deep, and you don't feel it, often until it's too late. Take Jamal. He's a freelancer I met who relied on a gig platform to find graphic design work. He loved the community, other creatives swapping tips and cheering each other on. To stay active, he shared everything, his portfolio, his hours, his location. But after a few slow months, his profile got flagged as low engagement. Suddenly, he found himself receiving fewer job offers. Clients weren't picking him, and he couldn't figure out why. Later, he learned the platform's algorithm had downgraded him based on his data. Fewer completed gigs meant he looked unreliable. His community became his gatekeeper, shutting him out without warning. And then there's Gina, a mom who joined a school parenting app to stay connected to her kids' events. She could easily access things like schedules, chats, and volunteer signups. It felt like a lifeline for her. But then she noticed that some parents were receiving exclusive invitations to school committees while she wasn't. Turns out the app tracked engagement. Because she didn't post often or attend every event, she was labeled disengaged. She told me, "I just wanted to be part of my kid's school. Now I feel like I've failed because I didn't share enough." That one still sticks with me. The very tools that promised connection turned into walls. Jamal lost work, and Gina lost her standing. And it doesn't stop there. Your friend's quiz app, the one they thought was fun, might have shared your info too. The belonging bargain doesn't just cost you privacy, it can cost you opportunity. So, how do we reclaim our sense of belonging without paying with our privacy? It starts by recognizing the trade. Every like, every post, and check in is part of a bargain where our data buys access to community. But at what cost? Instead of surrendering our stories to algorithms, what if we create spaces where connection isn't conditional on sharing every detail of our lives? Try stepping back from an endless scroll and bring some of that community offline. Start an email thread with your book club. Call a friend for a real conversation instead of a reaction. Plan a neighborhood potluck or a game night where phones stay tucked away. It's slower and less flashy, but it's real, and it puts the power back where it belongs, in your hands and your heart. Of course, we have to be smart about the digital parts, too. Audit the apps you rely on. Ask yourself, does this platform need to know my location or who I'm talking to? Turn off what isn't necessary. Look for apps that respect your privacy without trading your data for belonging. And don't forget, this isn't just our fight alone. Support the organizations pushing for laws that make companies ask before they take, like the American Data Privacy and Protection Act. Demand transparency. Demand control over your story. Here's your challenge for the week. Choose one way to bring community back offline or make your digital spaces safer. Spend 10 minutes on it. Each small act reclaims a piece of belonging that's truly yours, free from surveillance and priced in data. Because belonging shouldn't come with a trade-off. It should come from connection, trust, and choice on your terms. And that's it for today's Xenessa project. Thanks for being here with me. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and never stop searching for the signal beyond the noise.
Signal fading. The search continues.
Felt left out or judged by an app you trusted? Share your story at Xenessa.com. For more ways to take back your data, join our newsletter and find us on your favorite podcast app.